on tower, runway 25, clear for takeoff. Cessna departing ahead is right now in departure.
Welcome to Martha's Vineyard. It's December 1st, 2016, about 9 o'clock in the morning, and our flight plan for today is to fly out to the island of Nantucket. You can see the weather's not cooperating, but it's forecast to improve in a few hours. So we'll take a look at our flight plan, wait out the weather, and hopefully we'll be back later for the flight. This is a short flight from the island of Martha's Vineyard, Kmvy, to the island of Nantucket, Kack. Both of these islands are in the Cape Cod area of the northeast. We can fly VFR if the weather clears, and track a heading of approximately 120 degrees to the Nantucket VOR. Both airports have a control tower, so we'll have to be in contact with ATC. And we'll wait out the weather, and hopefully we'll get off the ground and enjoy the flight. Well, a couple of hours have passed and things have improved here at Martha's Vineyard. It's still quite windy. The winds are forecast at 270 at 16, gusting to 24, so it should be an interesting flight. So let's get into the cockpit, get the plane started, and we'll be on our way. Okay, here we are in the cockpit. We'll remove the control lock, turn on the power, lower the flaps. We'll check the fuel. Looks good. And we'll power down. I'll go outside. We'll do the pre-flight. Okay, here we are outside the airplane. We'll start our walk around at the left wing. We'll check the flap movement. And we'll take a look at the hinges, the connectors, make sure nothing looks abnormal. We'll check the left wing aileron. Also checking the hinges for anything that looks abnormal or loose. And we'll come around and undo the tie down. We'll check the stall warning opening for any blockage and the vent for the fuel tank. We'll check the left hand tire for inflation and wear, and we'll remove the chocks. We'll drain some fuel from the left wing. We drain fuel to check for contaminants, and we'll climb up and visually check the fuel level. That looks good. We'll come over and check the static port opening, make sure it's not blocked. And we'll look at the air intake at the cowling, make sure there's nothing blocking airflow there. And we'll take a look at the prop, look for any damage. We can drain some fuel from the nose, also checking for contaminants. And we'll check the oil. And it looks pretty good. We'll come around to the right wing, climb up and check the fuel level visually there. And we'll drain some fuel from the right wing. Also checking for contaminants. We'll check the right hand tire for inflation again and wear, and we'll remove the chocks. And we'll take the tie down off. Also check the leading edge of the wing for any damage. Looks good. And we'll move to the back of the right wing and check the aileron. We'll take a look at the hinges. Again, looking for anything abnormal. And the right hand flap. Everything looks good. We'll come around to the tail of the airplane. We can take off the tie down. Also check the hinges here and any connections for anything abnormal. We're looking for missing nuts So far everything looks good. And we'll check the trim for movement. Looks good. And we'll come around and check the baggage door, make sure it's locked. And we'll remove the pitot tube cover. Okay, that about does it for the pre-flight. Everything looks good. So let's climb into the cockpit. We'll get our headsets on and we'll get started. Okay, we'll power up the airplane. Make sure the mixture is lean. Turn on the fuel pump. Mixture rich for a few seconds. Pump off. Mixture back to lean. We'll turn on some lights. And we'll clear the prop area. Clear! And we can start the engine. Mixture rich when it starts. Okay, we'll adjust the RPM for about 1,000. And we'll lean out slightly. Raise the flaps. And we'll close the door. We'll take a look at the oil pressure and make sure it's in the green. Check our magnetic compass. Make sure the directional gyro matches the heading on the magnetic compass. And we can set the barometric pressure to the field elevation or to the ATIS. We'll power the radios, turn them on. Transponder to standby. And on the comm radio, we'll tune 126.25 and listen to the Martha's Vineyard ATIS. There we go.
Martha's Vineyard Airport information. Hotel 1634 Zulu. Wind 285 and 12. Visibility greater than 20 miles. Sky conditions clear. Temperature 2.8. Altimeter 2952. ILS runway 24. Landing and departing runway 24. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact you have hotel.
And we'll call ground for taxi clearance.
Vineyard ground. Cessna November 727 Port Hotel. Ready to taxi. Departure to the east with Indy. Cessna November 727 Port Hotel. Taxi to and hold short of runway 24 using taxiway Alpha. Contact tower on 121 point warp when ready. Taxi to and hold short runway 24 using taxiway Alpha. Cessna 7 Port Hotel.
Okay, so we'll release the parking brake and we'll taxi out to runway 24.
Nantucket 784 Yankee Vineyard Tower, runway 833, taxi to Alpha.
Roger 1 Golf X-ray, monitor the tower 124.3, good day to you.
24.3 1 Golf X-ray.
And we'll pull off to the right over here and do a run-up.
Princess 680 pop ground, taxi runway 9 left.
90 left, 875.
We'll turn into the wind and come to a stop.
Ground, Cherokee 4300 Sierra on the west ramp, taxi to active with Bravo.
Cherokee 4300 Sierra, ground, taxi 2, runway 25.
And it looks like we have a fall spark plug. Fall spark plugs on both magnetos. So we'll lean out the mixture and run the RPM up, try to clear off the fouling on the plugs.
61683 is clear on Delta, taxi west ramp.
61683, taxi 2 drive. Say again your destination?
The west ramp, 683.
Use taxiway Alpha, please.
683.
Okay, mixture back to Ridge. We'll back the RPM off to 1800. Check again. That one sounds clear. No, that one still falls, so we'll lean it out and try it again. Back to Ridge. 1800 RPM. Check it one more time.
November 38 Sugar Lima, cross 927, left turn, taxi to ramp.
Cross 927, left turn to the ramp, Sugar Lima.
Still fouled. One last try. If we can't clear it, we'll have to go back and get maintenance to take a look at the plugs. Back to Ridge. We'll run it at full RPM for a second, see if that'll clear it. Looks good. There we go, now it's clear. And we'll continue taxiing over to runway 24.
Fitz 271, taxi to ramp.
So I'm there, show 5271.
Ground, Golf Flight 7451, Quebec, ready to taxi.
Flight 7451, find your ticket here. Taxi to runway 18 left, sir.
20 left, 7451, thanks.
We'll stop at the whole short line, tune the tower, and call for clearance.
Vineyard Tower, Cessna, November 7274 Hotel, ready at runway 24, east departure. Cessna, November 7274 Hotel, cleared for takeoff, runway 24, east departure, approved. Cleared for takeoff, runway 24, Cessna 74 Hotel.
We'll have to get that shimmy checked out later.
Tower, this is the Cherokee 4300 Sierra, ready for takeoff, closed pattern.
00 Tower, make right close traffic, clear for takeoff.
Sierra is cleared for takeoff.
Okay, and here we go, full power.
November 29 Foxtrot, so just continue on the downwind, I'll call your turn to base.
29 Foxtrot, roger, continue.
There's 65 knots, so we can rotate. We'll maintain the runway heading and we'll trim the airplane for about 70 to 80 knots of climb out speed. And we'll start a turn to the left to about 120 degrees.
Yes, sir, 1438, runway 36 right, fly runway heading cleared for takeoff.
Runway heading clear to go 36 right, yes, sir, 1438.
And we'll tune the nav radio to the 116.2 Nantucket VOR frequency. We'll dial in a heading of about 120 degrees. There we go, and it shows the course slightly to our left. Once we reach some altitude, we shouldn't have any trouble seeing the island anyway. The weather's really improved since early this morning.
Tower, this is Critter 113, with you for 18 right.
Critter 113, Tower, Boeing 737, about a mile inside the VOR. Runway 18 right, clear to land, winds 110 at 7.
Cleared to land, Critter 113.
We can turn off the fuel pump and some lights.
Cessna 74 Hotel, you are leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved.
Tower, Critter 71, we're just about 2 miles north of VOR, 18 right.
Critter 71, Tower 18 left is available if you'd rather have it.
We would, sir.
Critter 71, change your runway to 18 left, clear to land, wind 060 at 7.
Clear to land, 18 left, Critter 71.
And we're coming up on 2,500 feet. We'll level off. I can see the island now.
Tower, runway 18 right, taxi in a position to hold traffic departing runway 27.
And we'll tune in the Nantucket ATIS and listen to that.
Nantucket Airport information, Juliet 16460, wind 275 at 180, visibility greater than 20 miles, sky conditions clear, temperature 132.9, altimeter 2952, ILS runway 24, landing and departing runway 24. AFR aircraft, any direction of flight. All aircraft read back short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact. You have Juliet. Nantucket Airport information.
And we'll tune the Nantucket Tower and announce our position and intentions.
Nantucket Tower, Cessna November 7274 Hotel, altitude 1 miles west with Juliet. To land. Cessna November 7274 Hotel, Nantucket Tower, 5 right, traffic, runway 24, altimeter 2952. Entered right, downwind, runway 24, Cessna 74 Hotel.
410 Papa Nantucket Tower, back taxi runway 33, 18 is at your discretion. Runway 33 cleared for takeoff. Back taxi 33, gonna go when we get there, 35.
From this direction, the airport's on the right-hand side of the island, and we want to enter the right downwind for 2-4 at approximately a 45-degree angle.
Endeavour 0, Papa wind 310 at 1 second.
The two smaller islands are Muskeget Island on the left and Tuckernuck Island on the right.
We're 7 Alpha Mike, tower hold short.
And we'll start a slow descent here so we arrive at the traffic pattern around 1,000 feet, HEL.
And 144, right turn to the northwest approved.
144. Coaster make off Alpha, turn left, contact ground 20. Welcome. Or 540-904 tower, runway 7, clear touch and go, Arlo approach. After completion, fly runway heading, expect a left turn to the north and maintain VFR at all times. Clear touch and go.
And we're coming up on the 1,000 foot altitude. We'll enter the traffic pattern, slow down to about 90 knots.
Cessna 7 Alpha Tango, sir. I need you to make that turn. There's a Baron just right behind you. The Baron is who I wanted you to follow.
7 Alpha Tango, I don't have him inside. Is he right behind me?
Yes, sir, he is, and he's barreling down on you. I need you to make an immediate left turn, sir.
Oh, bro. I'll make another 360. 7 Alpha Tango.
And we'll begin our turn to downwind.
Lima Yankee, fly heading 180, runway 18 left, clear for takeoff. 180, off and heading.
180. When we're rebeamed the touchdown point, we can begin to set up our descent.
Cessna 74 Delta, cleared to land, runway 24. Cleared to land, runway 24, Cessna 74 Hotel.
.217 after departure, turn right at 200, runway 18 right, clear for takeoff.
200 after departure.
Okay, we'll begin our descent and turn to base. The winds are forecasted 270 at 16, gusting to 24, so it should be a good test of our crosswind landing technique. We'll turn on to final.
Big Flight 770, contact departure, good night.
Okay, our speed looks good, our descent looks good. The wind should be coming to the right, so we're going to have to crab, as they call it, which means we'll point out to the right. You can see it right there. But we're traveling straight because of the wind. And we want to try and maintain the center line of the runway.
And 301, continue on the downwind.
301, continuing downwind.
301, my best for week service.
When we're ready to touch down, we want to continue to turn into the wind, but use the rudder pedals to straighten the nose out.
Approach, or correction, Tower Sky 54228 is with you on the VR, give me 25 at 6.9.
We'll turn the yoke into the wind and we'll use our left rudder to try to keep the nose straight. It's not easy. And we're down.
Cessna 74, turn next taxiway.
Not pretty, but not too bad for winds gusting to 24 knots. We'll turn off on this taxiway and contact ground for parking.
Cessna 74, contact ground on 121.7.
121.7 for Cessna 74 Hotel. Nantucket ground, Cessna November 7274 Hotel, taxi to parking. Cessna November 7274 Hotel, taxi to general aviation parking using taxiway Alpha Foxtrot. Taxi to general aviation parking via taxiway Alpha Foxtrot. Cessna 74 Hotel.
Ground 835 Yankee off 25 at Echo West Ram Fire Station, please.
35 Yankee ground, taxi West Ram.
Taxi West Ram, 35 Yankee.
Okay, we'll taxi over to parking. We'll shut it down, tie it down, and we hope you enjoyed the flight. I plan on doing some more flights around the New England area in small aircraft. So we'll be back with another video soon. Okay, radio's off. Mixture lean. We'll turn off some lights. Power off. Radio switch off. Ignition off. We'll set the parking brake. The control lock. And welcome to Nantucket.